Using a shape like a broken circle isn't the first time I've seen a platformer do this. Now, whether it works out for his advantage or disadvantage is another thing. My name's Kanan and welcome to the home of cheap gaming. First, graphics. While graphics look, well, basic, there's no denying that, it does have its certain charm about it. They're very almost lovingly made. Yeah, each level or section is different, it holds its own little style and play methods. I think one of the biggest issues that I had with the actual graphics themselves were the speech bubbles, which basically on especially the TV, some of the actual characters where they would be speaking, like the sticky, would have a red background and then you just couldn't see the actual writing, because I think the contrast between the two kind of blurred it out somewhat. The other issue that I had was the fact that when you're actually playing the game, the graphic of the writing would come up, and because you're playing the game you wouldn't be able to see it. It would just disappear before you actually, being able to read it all, because you're busy doing other things. And so sound. Well, the biggest issue that I have with this is the fact that there's no speech in it. Yeah, I know I can read, blah blah blah, but I think with other games of this genre, type of thing, I've seen they've had speech in it. And I think that's really heightened the gameplay, the atmosphere, the feeling. Other than that, the music's very nice. There are some nice touches here. In fact, this one, which was a bonus level, and you unlock those as you go along. And there's so many different atmospheric pieces of music that fits most moods, that really help you, tie in the story and tying how you actually feel when playing the game. It's quite cleverly done. And so gameplay. Well, if you've come here for a fast, action-packed platformer that keeps you on the edge of your seat throughout the game, you pretty well come to the wrong place. This is more of your relaxing story. It's got plenty of levels and plenty of extra levels, but it's more of a story. It takes you with it. You will be working out puzzles, you will be doing things for the game to progress, but ultimately this is a story, and kind of a love story. It has its ups and downs, and I think it's more about meeting people and people that don't have that fit within your life and leaving them behind. I think it speaks highly about relationships of all kinds, not just love and all that lot, but friendship and everything, and how people fit in your life. It's quite cleverly done, and I think that's how the story keeps you, because it's kind of like a familiar feeling all the way through. It does get boring in certain bits, and I did feel that, but I also felt a real wanting with myself to actually just keep going with this story, with this character. I felt almost like a connection in the end with it. I just want to mention, just before I get to my final score, two little issues that I had. One happened twice in the game, which was basically I'd get stuck. I couldn't roll or anything, and I had to reset the game. And the other was the controller, the jump button. It's not as responsive as it should be. In fact, sometimes I'd be pressing it twice and then resulting in me dying, because obviously I haven't jumped where I need to be jumping, and that was a little annoying. That happened quite a few times whilst I played the game. And so on to my rating, and I rate games out of 5, and as this is a love story, I'm going to use hearts. So I rate this a 3 out of 5 hearts, a slightly above average game. And that could easily become a 4-star if they tightened up the control, i.e. the jump button, fix the issues that I've had with the speech bubbles, maybe change the colour or contrast or something, and find a way, hopefully, around those pacing issues with reading and playing at the same time. And adding speech to the actual game may actually heighten the game even further. So I'm hoping you enjoyed this review, and if you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below maybe. And just remember, cheap gaming does not necessarily mean bad gaming.